Lighthouse is a hope-filled Christian community for those who have been battered and bruised by the storms of life. And I've got here Danny, one of our Lighthouse brothers. Danny, how long have you been part of Lighthouse for?
Something like 3, maybe 4 years.
3, maybe 4 years. And Danny, at Lighthouse, we often talk about the storms of life. And what are some of the storms that you've been through in your life?
My accident.
Yeah, your accident. Do you want to explain what happened in your accident?
The car hit me 3 years ago and something like that, and I've had 3 or 4 operations, be 3 months on the coma, but thanks God I stay alive right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So 3 or 4 years ago, Danny was hit by a car and literally about a quarter of your head caved in, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Major surgery on his brain. And what made that all the more traumatic was the fact that you were street homeless at the time, weren't you? Which was really difficult. Danny, what are some of the ways that Lighthouse has helped you and supported you? You're in a very different place now to where you were 3 years ago. So do you want to tell us a little bit about that journey?
Lighthouse helped me with, I have somewhere to do. I not be on holiday, but I have somewhere to do. I come in every time what I can over here, and I have somewhere to do. That is a completely different, that changed my life, because I be separate from my family, what is in Poland.
Yeah.
That is, like now I have different family.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously post the accident, Danny, you're struggling to get work, you couldn't work, but rather than being on holiday, you found meaning and purpose to your days in the community, and you almost describe it as like a family, you being separated from your family who are in Poland, but actually being able to live a life of meaning and purpose. And you've also helped us out with some translation, haven't you, for some of our...
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, so we've got a community of kind of street homeless brothers from Poland and Eastern Europe,
yeah.
and Danny helps us. Pre-lockdown, Danny would help us with some translation as we had a more liturgical service.
Because originally I be from Poland, not from England.
Absolutely. And Danny, how has Lighthouse, so since you've got your tenancy, so during lockdown we were supporting you with food parcels and other things like that, but how has Lighthouse, would you say, have we helped you kind of stop you from getting back in that place, back in a chaotic place that you were in before?
Especially like first time after my accident, if I meet John on the downstairs on the crypt, John give me something like help, where I can go and what I can do with that. Thanks, I stay little short time on the crypt. After that, I have the thanks from the council was give me the house. Now it's a completely different, that is back to normal life.
Yeah. So we were able to help signpost you towards getting the right support when you were homeless, but then also offer ongoing support and community to help you maintain your tenancy and live a life of meaning and purpose.
Before I come into the Lighthouse every single time, I help to the homeless people on the outside, on average, something like that.
Yeah. So you're now in a place where you're serving and you're blessing other people by supporting some of the street homeless. Danny, thank you so much for sharing some of your story.
Thank you very much.
And I guess our question to you is, what can you do to help prevent homelessness as a church?